and it comes from the substation, and it steps down. There's a whole process before it gets to your home. And if power is out at the transformer, you've been talking about transformers, at the substation, and you've got a feeder out.
Well, there's transformers at those substations.
Yes, there is, but you can't just hook somebody's individual home back up and the power come back on if the problem is up the line. And read a really good article one time about comparing it to kind of like a traffic jam. And if the problem is on the interstate and you can't get through there, then you're not going to be able to get to your driveway at home, even if your driveway at home is clear. So it was kind of an interesting article also, but just making yourself more aware of kind of the process of things like that. And hopefully that article does that. It kind of explains to people how they do what they do and why it might feel like it's taking forever for them to do it. But these guys, I'll tell you what, they're trained. They put a lot of hours in to become a lineman, and a lot of training, and they know what they're doing and they know how to do it safely, and we want them all to go home every day.
Sure.
So safety is always going to be number one.
Right.
Speed is not ever going to be more important than safely doing a job. So we've got really, really incredible linemen, and our members, I think, for the most part, understand that, and they know that.
No. And these linemen do as much as they possibly can to get you on as quickly as they can. Talking to Mark today, the city had their little outage on Saturday morning, and they're able to get it back up within 45 minutes, but they have still got to make repairs. Show Me Power has to come out and make some repairs, but they were able to divert around that problem temporarily to get the electric back on. And that's, and when Mark was here, I said, thank God for experience. Number one, knowledge, training.
Yeah,
but
that's
still,
exactly right.
The safety factor is there. They can't do something where it's going to possibly hurt somebody that's going to be working on those lines.
Right.
And it takes, they know. I mean, like every second somebody's probably saying, well, the electric's off in the city or the electric's off in the county or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're not watching those Facebook posts. They're not watching those tweets. They could care less. They're trying to get your electric back up, but do it as quickly and safely as possible.
Right.
So that you're inconvenienced, but look at the other side. These guys are out there trying to figure the fastest way to get you back up.
Right. And they want to get your power back on. They want to go home too.
Absolutely. And if they're called out on a Saturday, they didn't want to be there.
Right. And like I said, I think our members, I mean, I can't speak for City of Salem, but I think our members understand that. And we have social media too. You know, you talk about they're not checking your Facebook posts. There are people who that is their job rather than being out on the line.
Right.
So there are people seeing those. But what's always encouraging is when you do have someone that maybe in a moment of frustration says something that they don't necessarily mean.
No.
We have members that are really great to step in and say, hey, you know they're working on it.
Yeah.
You know they're going to get it back on as fast as they can. And that's always nice to see that. And we share those comments with our guys. We let them know that, hey, what you did was appreciated. And I hope they know that.
Well,
I hope they know that they're appreciated.
They should. They should. But again, I recommend, if anybody's not read that article, to please do. I think it's eye-opening. I think it's enlightening. I think it gives some people a better idea of what these guys have to, or ladies. Doesn't matter if you're a line man or a line woman. Doesn't make a difference. If you're out there, the steps, the proper steps, the things that they look at, the things that they do. It was a pretty amazing article. You guys did a great job. Whoever really wrote the original article did a fantastic job, I think, of capturing something I don't think maybe
most
5% of people might have some idea what they do, but nothing as detailed as that article. I highly recommend it. It's in your Missouri Rural magazine. It doesn't cost you nothing.
Right. That just gets delivered to your house.
That's even better.
And if you didn't get it, you can get it online.
You can. You can go to IECA.coop and you can read it.
Right.
You don't even have to be a member.
Nope. That's free for everybody.
But it's very enlightening, and I think on most people today, we take everything, unfortunately, for granted. We are getting, your phone is in your hand, which is your bank account, which has this, and you'll have to go to that and do this and do that. Unfortunately, I think people take that way too much for granted. They should still go do it the old-fashioned way occasionally to make sure that they remember how, number one, because if you don't know how to fill out a deposit slip and your phone is dead, what are you going to do? Or you can't get a withdrawal. What are you going to do? You don't know how to do it. And it happens fast. You do forget very fast. And for the younger people who are growing up today, and this is really apropos because without their phone, they're functionally illiterate in many cases because they do everything off their phone.
Yeah.
And that is not a good idea. So I think reading this article would maybe give them a better insight is your phone's a great tool. Somebody shuts your phone off, what are you going to do? And it could happen. You know, we've had ice storms before that put electric out for a number of days.
We have, yeah.
Your charger ain't going to work if you got no electric.
Yeah.
And your phone going to die. Die hard death. And vampires come back to hit you.
I was going to say, Stan is going to work the vampires in here.
Well, I mean, I'm just pointing out the fact of everybody, I say everybody, and I shouldn't do that. I think a lot of people just assume that they can make those contacts to their phone, and somebody on the other line is just waiting there with bated breath to take that comment and pass it on down the road. In this day of immediacy, Heather, it's not real. That's not real. You can't do that.
It's the expectation.
It's the expectation of it's going to get fixed now.
Yeah.
So if your modem goes down and you can't get your Wi-Fi, you're screaming bloody murder. My Wi-Fi's off. I can't watch TV. I can't go online. I can't do this. Life does not end.
Deck of cards, I guess.
Yeah, life does not end when Wi-Fi goes down. And it's unfortunate, though, that is sometimes becoming more of the conversation pieces that we need to have this, and this. We didn't need it before. You can get by without it. It's nice to have.
Right.
But you shouldn't rely on it. And that's, I think that might be the big thing. And that's why when reading that article, when you realize the intricacy of repairing a down line, it's pretty incredible.
The work that goes
into it. I would hope everybody would take the time out sometime, maybe between now and Thanksgiving, and just read that article. It won't take you but 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But it really might enlighten you.
Understand what they're doing.
And the next time there's an ice storm and your electric goes off, and before you make a comment to yourself, hopefully, just think a minute. So, remember reading that article. They're on it.
Yeah.
Now you may still call in and let them know you're off. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's always a great idea.
Because they do need to know you're not there, even though with the automatic meter reader system, they have probably a pretty good idea if you're off.
Right.
But if you still call in, let them know. That's always a good thing. So, yeah, there's good and bad about having immediacy, and you can even send that in off your email if you have power.
Right, if you've got.
Yeah, so, or if it's off your phone, one way or the other, just let them know.
Yeah.
But, again, great article.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Those are the kind of articles that I think that open your eyes up.
Just to let people know what we do. I think that's interesting to people. And in all industries, there's just a general, you think you know how people do their jobs, but you don't necessarily know all the details of it. And stuff like that is interesting because it kind of gives you a glimpse into what their day would be like if you were in that job, even though a lot of us know we don't want to have that job.
And one of the things, and I kind of took this out of the article too, a lot of people don't realize these guys maybe have worked an 8-hour day, and then a storm comes through that night, and they're right back out there again. And may get home 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then have to come back and do their job the next day again.
Yeah.
Because it's not done. Just because you go out and fix one problem, at night times, you may not be able to see some of those problems.
Yeah. That's right.
Ouch.
Or just like you were talking about this morning with the city and their outage Saturday, they Band-Aided it.
Right.
They made it work, but it wasn't completely done.
Show me be here tomorrow, fix it.
So there'll be more work. But our linemen are they're like MacGyvers, kind of. They really are. They really are.
If people remember MacGyver, right?
Yeah. Well, they
I
redid
know
it.
the
They redid it.
one was not that good.
Yeah, I remember watching MacGyver as a
Yeah.
kid, the original one. But
Yeah, Richard Dean Anderson. He really and he played the part well.
yeah, but I think our guys are a lot like that. They've been trained so well, and you were talking about the years of experience and the importance of pairing up those that have more years of experience with our apprentice so that they can learn those things that you only learn by doing
Right.
it, by being out there in it. So kudos to those guys.
Right.
I know it's not Lineman Appreciation Month or anything,
Yeah,
but we want to brag on them anyway.
It doesn't have to be a Lineman Appreciation Month. Anytime you see those guys out there, you should appreciate the work they do. Because without them giving you electricity, all those wonderful things we even talked about, the vampires wouldn't even be there. They'd be
Right.
gone.
Yeah.
You know, those guys do an incredible job. And it's not just during down and outages and things, maintaining. They're out there, you're running the lines, they're checking for, problems they have. Those glass insulators from years and years and years ago, people used to try and shoot them out with guns. We all
Right.
remember that, right?
I think that's still an issue sometimes.
Well, yeah, but they're still
Yeah.
shooting insulators out. I mean, there's still people that take pot shots at telephone poles or the cross arms, things of that. It just happens. Well, or weather gets to them, and I'm not pointing my finger at any one thing, but there's a lot of different things that they go do and check that we never even know they do. Yeah, constantly.
And with that being said, I do want to mention if you have something that you notice that maybe needs to be looked at, please call us and let us know. We've got over 5,600 miles of line.
That's a lot of line.
It's a lot of line. And just like you were saying earlier, some of that's in some remote areas. And we'd like to think that we have eyes on our whole service territory, kind of cycle that. But the reality is things can happen. Maybe a storm came through and the cross arm is not in great condition. If you notice that, please call us and let us know. We will never be aggravated with a call that says, hey, I think your guy wire's loose out on this pole at the corner of such and such and such and such. We'll get somebody out there to come and take a look at it. And for us, it's easier to know about those things before they become a big problem than after they've kind
Right. Well, trust me,
created other problems.
if you see a guy wire that's got a big bow in it, there's a
loose.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause that thing should be taut. It's holding up that pole for a reason. That means something else on some other pole has gotten loose or pulled, or that pole has got a problem.
Yeah.
Starting to shift.
And we do. We appreciate the calls that come in. And I'll tell you, we get calls all the time that there's a line down or a line drooping, and it may end up being a telephone
Yeah.
line. That's okay. We would much rather
Right.
go out and make sure that it's not ours than for you to think, ooh, maybe, I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe that's telephone. Call us and tell
Sometimes
us.
it's hard to tell.
Call us and tell us.
Yeah.
Well, we've got warehouses scattered across our service territory.
Sure.
We've got servicemen that are designated for each area. And if you see those things, we want you to tell us so we
Sure.
can go check them out.
Very good. Great article.
Thank you.
Fantastic reading there. So I hope everybody gets a chance to do that, and may just give you a better insight on what those line guys do. You have
I have a list.
a list.
I do. So
Somebody won some electric, didn't they?
they did.
Wow.
And I know the likelihood of anybody recognizing a name is pretty slim, but I wanted to talk about Member Appreciation Days.
Well, I was going
last
to do
month.
that.
Oh,
but
were you?
If you want to do it, go.
I burst your bubble. I'm sorry.
That's no, you didn't burst my bubble.
Okay.
You just jumped over.
Normally-
I had one other thing before that, but that was
Okay.
okay. But no, you're good. You're good.
We were going to go there anyway.
We were going to get there.
Okay.
We were going to get there. But
Well,
you have
So I jumped the gun a little bit,
a little
but
bit, but that's all right.
stand for
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
No, I forgive you. No. It's your show, not mine. I'm just here to kind of just listen and learn.
And have really great ideas.
I have a
you
lot of
normally
great
have
ideas.
really great ideas that you share. So last month,
No, I'm just appreciative of the article this time. Don't have any ideas on that because I don't have any idea what they did until I read that article.
Yeah.
And now I have a lot more ideas
Well,
what they
good.
do.
Good.
That
was
doesn't
the
mean I have
point.
better ideas. I just know that it's something,
You're
you know.
reassured. You are now reassured that you do not want to be a lineman when you grow up.
Well,
Is
it's
that
not so much reassured. I tell you what it is. It makes me appreciate what they do even more.
right?
And I think that is the key that I
understanding.
think people should take away from that article. Yeah, you know that they do a job that you would want to do. I don't want to be out there in the middle of winter. I don't want to be out there when it's 3 degrees below zero and I can't feel my fingers. I'm trying to play with electric. You kidding me?
Yeah.
No,
No, thank you.
I don't want to do that. Okay, I get it. Now, I'm sure 99% of people out there don't want to do that either.
Yeah.
But these guys do that. Yep, and I could tell you that. I could tell you those stories. I've seen them up on a pole. And when they say, well, why is those two guys standing there on the ground? It doesn't matter. Those two guys up there, if they can't feel their fingers, they're going to replace them. Those guys are going to have to maybe be interchangeable, or maybe they're waiting to see if there's something else so they can hook or energize the line. You don't know. But whatever it is, don't sit there and make a condemnation like, well, those guys aren't doing anything. Trust me, they are.
They've got a role too.
They've got a role to do. But I'm telling you what, after reading that article, it just, what I thought I knew was enhanced tenfold. And really makes me appreciate just what those guys have to do.
Good.
Much more than I did before. So, again, thank you to the linemen. They are really the lifeblood of Intercounty.
They
Because
are.
if the lines all go down, it doesn't matter. Intercounty Electric's got an office over there. You got no electric.
Right. And that's when these guys thrive. I mean, they really do.
Yeah. So there you go. Enough said on that.
Okay.
You got money to give away. You got credits to give away. I won't say money. You got credits to give away.
We gave them away.
What?
So October,
I
if
didn't
you
get
remember,
mine.
I didn't get mine either. Can you believe that?
I can't believe it. All
I
right.
don't even know that you put your name in,
I
did you?
didn't.
I was going to say,
They
Stan, we didn't get your
delivered
name.
they delivered my sandwiches. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah, they were good
Thank
burgers.
you. Thank you, Intercounty.
October was National Co-op Month, and what we've been doing the last several years is we go to different parts of our service territory, and we have a Member Appreciation Day event in that area, and we serve lunch, and we've been delivering lunches to businesses that maybe can't get out to enjoy that, to partake in it, and their employees don't have a chance to. So the really neat thing this year, and Stan, I'm talking, I think it was like 4 to 6 meals shy of 5,000. We
What?
were right at 5,000 meals throughout the month. Now this is at all
Well,
7.
I understand. It's still a lot
Yeah.
of meals.
But just when I say just shy of 5,000, I mean literally like a handful. If we would have known, we would have brought you more meals, and then we could
you
have said
could have.
5,000.
They did not go to waste.
Yeah. No, I imagine that they didn't. But 5,000 meals almost. That's really great for us. It's really exciting.
With the Halloween cupcake in there for everybody.
With a snack cake, yeah.
It was Halloween.
Yours
It
was,
was
some of
black
them were
and orange.
Halloween.
Oh,
Not
okay.
all of them were.
All
but
of ours were, so I
well,
assumed that they were all.
snack cake. You got to have a little dessert.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, that was good. It was fantastic.
And we had 7 different locations this year because we added St. James. It was the first year we had St. James. Didn't really know how that was going to work, how well it would go, and it went well. We had a great group of employees there helping with that. Went real smooth. Imagine next year it'll probably grow. The next year after that, just kind of word of mouth and,
Wow,
and people
yeah.
knowing about it. But what we did at each event was we had a drawing box, and members that showed up and came and joined us for lunch, they were able to put their name and phone number in. And we drew for a $50 electric credit at each of those events, and I have a list of names. So if you recognize a name, congratulate them. They won that drawing.
But they've already got the credit.
They've already got the credit, yeah. But if you're bummed that it wasn't you, make sure you join us next year and put your name back in there again. But, I mean, even if you don't win the credit,
You got a
hopefully
meal.
you got a meal. We did have some goodies on the table if you joined us, a bag, hat, stuff like that. So hopefully you enjoyed it even if you weren't drawn as a winner. But the ones that did win, in Licking we had Bernadine Schultz. Rolla was Darlene Medlock. Salem, right here, was Eugene Watkins. Don't know if that name is familiar or not to you.
I know Eugene.
Mountain Grove was Jose Rodriguez. St. James, Patty Frisbee. Roby was Carol Hall, and Summersville was Carol Bell.
Is that Frisbee, a Frisbee real estate in St. James?
In St. James, I don't know. I'm not sure. Patty Frisbee.
Very good.
Happy winners.
Well, congratulations to all those winners.
Yeah.
Hope they enjoyed their lunch.
I hope everybody enjoyed their
Well,
lunch.
I know, but I hope they enjoyed their lunch because they just got an additional $50 credit.
Yeah. Anybody
Wow.
could use that.
That really made the lunch taste good.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it. So, with that being said, I want to thank Intercounty for doing that. That's a lot of cooking. That's a lot of burgers.
It is. And our guys on the grill, I'll tell you what, there were a lot of squinty, smoked out eyeballs. And
It was a bit breezy that day, if I remember.
yeah,
wasn't it?
and it just, I mean, it's a big old grill, and
At least the
it's
one in Salem, because you had different days.
yeah, and there's 5,000 burgers. That's a lot to cook, and those guys went with us to different locations and made sure
Cattleman, thank
lunch
you.
was ready. Absolutely, yes, but it takes everybody to make something like that happen and work well. So
It does.
if
Very
you were
good.
involved in any of those, then thank you, because
Well, we thank Intercounty. That's a wonderful thing to do. And it might be Member Appreciation Day, but we also appreciate Intercounty for saluting their members like that and providing a free lunch.
yeah,
It's a pretty nice gesture. Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right. One thing we haven't talked about in a long time, and I wasn't even aware that they were still around, and that's the Connections card, the Co-op Connections card.
Okay.
Because you don't hear about it much anymore, but it's still a very valuable tool, isn't it?
It is, and we're starting to kind of revamp.
It kind of went
revamp
down
that
during
program.
COVID. I mean,
It did.
virtually everything did, but right?
So what we're trying to do is we're starting to reach out to local businesses, and I think they've started in the Licking area. They're going to contact those businesses, see if they're interested in offering any type of local type of discount. If you have a member appreciation day card, listen to me, a Co-op Connections card, which
Maybe
is
that's something we should get.
maybe it is, right? But our Co-op Connections card, previously for Intercounty members, you had access to national discounts and the pharmacy discount.
Right.
And the pharmacy discount used to be huge.
It
Our
was big.
members used that a lot. And then several years ago, Walmart is one of the biggest pharmacies in our area that people
Mm-hmm.
use, and their rules kind of changed with the card, and so we really saw a decline in the use of those, and then also just in what members were saving
Right.
with it.
But there were
But
still other pharmacies that still honored it,
absolutely,
especially local ones.
yes, and we're very grateful for that. But we want to kind of highlight that this is something you have access to as a member,
Mm-hmm.
and this is free to you. And we've got cards, we've got them in the offices. We can mail you one if you need one. There may be, I know there's an app. I'm not sure what the rules are on, can you just flash the card on your app or what? But there's our idea. There's our idea for today. If that's
there is.
not,
If it's not already there.
if it's not already there, that should be something.
Sure. Yeah.
But they're going to start contacting more businesses and checking to see if local businesses are interested in providing any type of benefit or discount to members that have that card. But even if they don't, it's a good resource to have, because there are those pharmacy discounts that are available on it, and also national discounts, car rental companies, hotel chains. And I do know on the website, on their app, you can search by zip code and kind of see the different places that participate, or you can search by a certain type of business. So if you're looking for a hotel, you can search by hotels and then by zip code. So it's not a bad thing to have in your wallet and help you save a little bit of money here and there.
The cost is pretty good.
The cost is amazing.
It's free.
It's free, absolutely.
Yeah. But there used to be quite a few of those cards at most of the locations that gave you the discount.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have those cards. And if you don't find it there anymore, and it may not have them again,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't find it there, you can get it from Intercounty or just call and have them mail you one.
Right. We'll drop you one in the mail, or you can pick one up at the office, or most of the time at different events, which is kind of the time of year where we're not going to be at very many events, but during the summer, especially
Maybe we
at
should have Member
fairs.
Appreciation Days again.
I would totally be fine with that. There's a lot of people that would probably scream at me right now for saying that. They're a lot of work, but to me, they're a lot of fun. You
Yeah.
get to meet with a lot of the members and kind of enjoy those days out of the office and in the public and getting to hear what they have to say. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. But you can't fix problems if you don't know they're there. So
That's just it. And if you already have a Co-op Connections card, it doesn't go bad.
no, it doesn't.
So if you still have
Doesn't
one from
expire.
before,
It's
you
good.
can still use it.
Yeah.
There you go. But I hadn't seen it in a long time. And browsing through the magazine, and I know we actually had some here a long time ago.
Okay.
I saw it again. I thought, well, you know what? I haven't seen those around in about, since COVID, basically.
Yeah. We've got a lady in the office that's working really hard to kind of revamp that and get it.
But I will say in its heyday, at least back in the day that I know I used it, yes, pharmacy discounts, they were huge. They were like 60%, 70%.
Yeah. Big savings.
And it all depended. That was long before you had these other
Discount cards and apps.
discounts.
Yeah. And, the goal is for our members to save as much as they can so that what they have left in their pocketbook after paying for the things they need to pay for is maximized. And if that is with some other type of discount card or
Sure.
app, then
So
by
be it.
all means, we just want to provide this as an additional resource. And if it can save you some money, that's amazing. If it didn't end up saving you anything on your trip, maybe next time it will.
Maybe it will, but it didn't cost you anything. It's free.
Yeah.
Free. Nothing's free. It's free. Absolutely free.
Yeah.
It will take you either a phone call or an email to Intercounty if you can't find one locally to pick one up. And if you don't have yours from before, because maybe you thought after COVID, what's going on? The program's done.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't even open their doors for COVID. How are you going to save on a discount card?
Yeah.
So,
Yep,
anyway,
you're right.
I get it. Totally get it. All right. As we wrap things up, we have holidays coming up, which usually means closures.
Yes. So we are going to be closed next week. We'll be closed Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving. And just know that if you have an outage or some type of emergency, you can still call our office. We will have a dispatcher available nights, weekends, the holidays, it doesn't matter. There's always someone available. If your power goes out and it's over the holiday weekend, please do not wait until
No,
Monday
just
to call.
The office is closed.
The office is closed. We've got really great account access tools now, much more so than years ago. So if you need to know something about your account, it's easy now. If you've got the Smart Hub app,
Makes that real easy.
It makes that real easy. We have the automated telephone line that you can call and get account information over and make payments over. So if you wake up and you think, oh, I needed to pay my bill today, and it's the Friday after Thanksgiving and our business offices are closed, you can still do that. Different ways that you can do that. Or if you need to know what your balance is or whatever.
Or if you go online, you can make a one-time payment
can,
without
yeah.
even having Smart Hub.
Yeah, there's a Pay Now button on our website, and you don't have to have an account set up.
No.
So if you want to make a payment, but you don't want to, I'm trying to think of an example of why you wouldn't want to just go ahead and have a Smart Hub account, but
Maybe you don't have the time to set it up.
maybe so. Or
And you realized it's 11:50, 8:59, and you're like, girl!
yeah, and you're not using the automated phone
You're
line,
not using a phone. Well, you don't have time to, you maybe
To
got a rotary
dial.
phone.
and you're already on your computer. That's probably right. That's probably what it is. But you can click that Pay Now. It's right at the top of our website, and you just need to know your account number and I believe the last name that's on the account. I don't even think you have to have the full name, the last name on the account and the account number, and you can go in and make a payment and not have to log in or set up an account. None of that.
But if you do have Smart Hub, it's easier to, if you have the time to set it up, set it up, because if you do need to make a payment on Smart Hub, it remembers. So all you got to do is go in there. It says make payment. You click on it. It says you want to use this card, or if you have 2 or 3 different cards
Right.
on there, how you want to pay for it.
Right.
And then it has a little thing. You
amount.
do understand this is being paid for online. You put the little check in there. Off it goes.
Yeah. It's
And
easy.
it takes you 22 seconds.
I think
you have
that's
Smart Hub.
extremely accurate.
I think I timed it one time. I just went in there. Once I entered it, typed in my IECA.
Uh-huh.
.coop. It came up. I hit pay now. Went there right to it. I hit the card, hit it, slap, 22 seconds.
Yeah.
Done. And I even printed out the receipt.
Yeah. Look at
22
you.
seconds.
That's good.
Yes, I was very proud of myself. I can't write a check in 22 seconds.
I was going to say, there's not very many other ways you could pay your bill and be done in 22 seconds. So
That's right. I
that's
mean,
good
it
stuff.
was very good to do. And I had plenty of time. It wasn't like I was to the last second. I don't wait to the last day to pay my bill.
Not anymore.
No,
that one
I
time.
never, I was never one that waited to the last day to pay their bill, but I waited the last day to send my bill. I always had it paid a week and a half ahead of time. But it's in the envelope in my slot that said 14th.
Right?
So while it was postmarked the 14th,
You
I'm
felt
good.
Yeah. And that is something that's different about the co-op is that we still accept your payments based on the postmark date. I would not encourage you to try to do that every month.
No, not anymore.
Because they can take a while to
Well,
get
and
to
not
our
only that, you
office.
don't know where it's going. Some of the mail just don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
I mean, it should go from here to Springfield and back for whatever reason. Still can't figure that one out.
Yeah.
And we just don't know where it's going. And it may end up taking 2 weeks to get there. You'll get a friendly reminder from Intercounty, by the way, if they don't have your money.
Yeah.
Friendly. Very friendly.
Good. We hope
We
it's
have not
friendly.
received your payment. Just letting you know, we have not received your payment.
Yeah. And it is nice to get that because if you did send it, a lot of times you send it, you assume it goes, but then that gives you an opportunity to check your bank and see that, oh, that hasn't cleared yet. Maybe they haven't got it.
Right.
So,
And while we're talking about Smart Hub and things of that nature, when we start talking about this, if you do make some payments online through your phone, however, after you do it 3 times, you'll automatically get a reminder that your access to your account is now available and your bill is now on your Smart Hub
get that.
after 3 times if you pay it online.
I think you can turn your notifications
You
on right
can,
away. For
but if
that.
you don't do that and you pay 3
Yeah.
straight times, it'll automatically send you an email to let you know that your bill is ready on Smart Hub, that you can pay that now. It's not automatic. You
Yeah.
still have to go pay it, but it's giving you that,
Hey, we
your
noticed
bill-
that you have
your
been
bill
paying
is
this
here.
way.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Ta-da.
I mean, it's a great way because I know on some other accounts that I have
Mm-hmm.
that I end up at sometimes the last second because I never got the bill in the mail. You're making a payment and you don't have any idea that the bill's even online. None.
Yeah. It's just,
So it's just a nice convenience
It
that they
is.
send you a nice little email saying, hey, your November bill, your October bill, your December bill is now available on your Smart Hub.
so you can view it
And
on
pay
your
it.
app, even if
Do whatever you need to do.
something
There
happens
you
and
go.
you don't get the physical one. And we have a lot of members that have turned their paperless or turned their paper billing off and they're paperless and they just get the email notification, or maybe they have notifications turned off and they just know to check it, or have
They
bank
can.
draft or
There's a lot of
whatever,
different ways
yeah.
to do it. I like my paper bill because I still run it to my meter.
yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I still check it just like I did just a few years ago.
Just a couple, huh?
At least it's not
Okay,
out in the middle.
Stan,
At least
wink,
it's not out in
wink.
the middle of the field anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I do. I just check it, and it's
Out of
not to
habit.
say that there's anything wrong with what Intercounty has done. I just always feel good to make sure, first off, that the numbers I'm seeing, they're jiving. I don't do it every month, but
Yeah.
about once a quarter, I run out there and okay,
Look
and then I can go back and verify what I see in Smart Hub, and then I'm good. And I know my bill's going to be pretty much every month.
yeah.
Haven't done that levelized billing yet, though, but I think I'm going to be the first to do it.
Are you?
I might, just to see how you guys do it. Well, somebody's got to
I was
break
going
the
to say
ice.
somebody's got to be first, right?
May as well be me. If I'm thinking about it. I mean, my bills don't change much now. They're within, I would say, the only time, summertime will get a little bit higher, but pretty much it's the same.
Pretty standard.
It's within $8 pretty much for 9 months of the year.
That's close.
Pretty tight,
Yeah, that's close.
So, yeah. Well, it doesn't really change. The
Yeah.
amount of electric we use isn't going to change until the air conditioner comes on in hot months.
Yeah.
and then it gets a little
I was going to
extra.
say, then you're going to
Yeah, it
use
gets
a little bit extra.
But that's about it. But see, so that it would be a pretty easy one to do.
It would. We'd love to have you as a guinea pig.
I know it. That's why I'm so excited about doing this. But I have nothing else to talk about.
Let me leave some contact information.
That would be fantastic.
Yes. So
you guys have a phone number?
we do. If you
Wow.
want to reach us, you can contact us toll free. It's 866-621-3679. And you can always visit us online, ieca.coop. There's access to the Rural Missouri on there. If you want to read the article, you've got account access.
Read the Lyman article.
If you want to set up your Smart Hub account or need to use that Pay Now feature. And then we've got offices in Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove. So if you wanted to visit us, you could always do that. But we hope. I would like to say a lot of things about the weather, but I don't know that Heather's request makes any sense.
We need some rain, Heather.
We need some rain. Maybe level this temperature out.
Just rain. I didn't say storms. Just a nice,
yeah.
steady,
Just rain.
soaking rain.
Yes. So we're putting in our order for that now.
Yeah.
Can you take care of that, Stan?
But in about a week, it'd be good to get about 2.5 inches in a week. Steady, slow rain. Let it soak in.
Let it soak in.
Come back with nice little overnight nice rain. Let's soak in.
You
A little
got a plan.
sunshine, maybe, okay. But then let the sun go in, a little nice steady rain. I don't need a 2.5
That's good
inch
stuff.
rain in 5 minutes. I don't need that.
No, that
it just goes.
I was gonna say that just runs
right
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You also have a pay number that you can call at any time, 24 hours a day. It is not operated by a human.
It's not. This is our secure automated line, and it is 24/7, as Dan mentioned. And that number is 888-678-1987. Holy cow, what's happening to me? I'm going to do that again. 888-678-1987.
Very good. Very good. And Intercounty Electric, if you have not been a Smart Hub yet, I highly recommend you do that. It's ieca.coop. That's really about as easy as it is to go type into your browser and find Intercounty. But if you don't remember ieca.coop, type in Intercounty Electric and it'll show
You'll
up.
find this, yeah.
Do not just type in
I think there's
rural electric because
a bunch of them.
you're going to come across a whole bevy of them, and there's a bunch of them that look exactly like Smart Hub for Intercounty. They're not all the same. And you go put your, I actually did by one time. I actually did the wrong one.
The wrong co-op.
Yeah. And it came up and looked
was gonna
exactly like
say.
Smart Hub. And I put in my password, and I put in my name, and it didn't take it. And I'm thinking, what is going on? It was the wrong co-op.
Yeah.
You dummy. But it can happen. And
Yeah.
sometimes they do look pretty close. So
Yeah.
you need to put that down, maybe save that into your favorites, ieca.coop, and then that takes you right to Intercounty.
Yep. Good stuff.
Very good.
Hopefully,
A lot of good information there.
hopefully everybody has a good Thanksgiving. They get to spend time with family and friends and enjoy some yummy food.
Yummy food.
and-
You got a big Thanksgiving planned?
We always have crazy things.
Well,
There's
I know
so
you
many.
do. You
Yeah.
used to be bouncing from family to family to
yeah.
family, and so I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's still going to continue.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a blessing.
It is.
So
That's why I think they
We'll
call
just-
Thanksgiving blessings.
it is, absolutely. So
It is.
enjoy your time with your family and friends. And if
And-
you need us, we do
We're
have a
there.
dispatcher available, but hopefully it will be a uneventful
Yes.
weekend in that aspect.
And I guess the last thing I want to say is if you are going to be putting up Christmas lights and things of that nature, to be careful out there.
Absolutely.
Whether it be on your home or on bushes, trees, or whatever. One thing, please do not put Christmas lights on telephone poles, on the intercounty poles. Do not put them near the electric. Stay away from those lights. And do not put your Christmas lights on the intercounty line to your home. I actually saw somebody do that one
I'm like,
time.
why are you saying that?
Don't well,
You
it's
see,
told-
though, no. Are you kidding me?
No, they actually had lights going from the pole across the top on the feeder line to the house. And I'm thinking, what are you doing?
If you just listen to this, erase that from your.
Well, don't do it. I'm not telling people to do it.
Don't do it.
Don't even get near that. Don't climb that pole. Don't put your ladder up against that pole.
My gosh.
Stay away from the pole, and don't decorate the pole either, because if they need to get up there, the last thing these guys need is Christmas lights wrapped around a pole.
Their tap.
Oh, it has happened. You know it's happened.
No, I didn't know
you
it had
didn't have
happened.
somebody decorated poles before?
No, the line.
No, the line. Yeah, that was a little bit different. I saw one. I don't know why they would ever do that.
You tell us if you see that.
I will.
Okay, deal.
Matter of fact, right, I think this year, and it was on my way down for a basketball game, so I know it's.
You know where to look.
I know it's inter-county territory.
Oh no! Please, we want. I mean,
I think
don't.
And it's
don't
just,
play
it's
with
just,
electricity.
It's insane to do that.
It is.
But
So, please,
that's
if
what-
you and maybe you're one of these people that decorate just massively for Christmas and you're super excited about it, and we love that. If you ever have any questions like, can I put lights here or on this? Call us. We would love for you to call and ask so that we can talk to you about why it may or may not be safe, whatever it is that you're wanting to put lights on.
Yeah.
But call us. We
Why
are
you-
available. We would love to talk to you.
especially if you're going to string lights on that.
In a
If that
situation
feeder
like
line right off the mast, you know.
Oh,
Can you imagine that? But I saw that, and it went down to their house because it went up off the roof and it all the way across. It is the craziest thing I ever saw, but I did see it.
don't be that person because Stan's going to tell on you.
And I guarantee you those lights will not be up there very long.
And because we want you to be safe.
Safe.
We want you to be around for your family to enjoy for a long time. We don't want you hurt. We don't want anything tragic to happen.
But why
So
anybody would even do that, I don't know. But they did.
decorate the tar out of your house, but do it safely.
Stay off the poles.
Yes.
Yes.
Good advice.
Stay off the poles. Stay away from your feeder line. Stay away from your mast where the feeder line goes into your
Yes.
house. Stay away from that.
Yes.
Don't need to be anywhere near that. And don't even decorate the guy wires. I know you don't
No.
think it's a big deal. Well, they're just sitting there. Yes, they're sitting there for a reason.
Yeah.
Please do not decorate it, because if there's a problem, then the guy's got to get out there. They sure don't want any wires to be around those poles. And
Yeah.
if they have to climb the poles and not have a truck, it can be detrimental.
Yeah.
We don't want that. Very good. Heather, as always, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Really do appreciate you coming by. Don't forget the Co-op Connections card. If you haven't had one in a while, they're back.
Right?
Really never went away.
They never did.
But you might have thought they did. So they did not. But you can use your old one, or if you're looking for a new one, just contact Intercounty and they can send you another one in the mail.
Absolutely.
As always, you have a fantastic
Thank you.
Thanksgiving
You
holiday with new family this year.
New family, old family.
Well, I
same
know, but I
family,
mean,
new
you
yeah.
have
Oh, yeah.
extended new
Yeah.
family this year,
Yeah.
so
It got even bigger.
much bigger.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing. Very good thing. Congratulations on that. It's going to be. Are you going to have to cook for all that extra family?
So it's like a potluck everywhere we go,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of nice. But you've got different things, different places. So the mom math comes out, and you're calculating in your head when this needs to go in to be done at this time and this. It's a lot of
Well,
planning.
it should be a lot of fun.
It will be.
It'll be a lot of
It
fun.
absolutely will be.
Happy Thanksgiving
Thank
to
you.
you and to your family. We really appreciate you guys. All right, keep it right here at KSMO Radio. We have coming your way very shortly our Civic Record. That comes up in just a moment right here on KSMO Radio, your hometown radio station.
This is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber, inviting you to follow all the exciting action of St. Louis Blues hockey this season. If you can't make it to the game, the next best